What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. If you want to check out the entire show, just hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Let's move on. 7 p.m. Eastern. We head over to the OVC, Southeast Missouri State Redhawks, 4-8 on the season, 2-4 in conference at Morehead State Eagles, 9-6, 6-2 in conference, Ellis Johnson Arena in Morehead, Kentucky. Let's see what we are dealing with for market moves here. Morehead State opening up at -8. That's moved to 7.5. There are a couple books still hanging the 8. This total opened up at 127.5, and it's a strange looking total. The leading indicator books have already moved it to 126.5, but there are 128s on the board right now. So not everybody paying attention to the leading indicator books. Let's go. Southeast Missouri coming off beating Tennessee State for the second time this year, 63-59 on the road on Tuesday night. They held Tennessee State to just 1 for 13 from 3. The Redhawks struggled offensively as well. They shot 37% from the field and 27.3% from 3. That win came on the heels of a 64-50 loss at home to these very same Morehead State Eagles as 2-point dogs. Nebraska transfer Nana Ackenton was the only player to score in double digits with 14. He's averaging 9.1 on the season. Chris Harris, Redhawks leading scorer, came into the game averaging 16 points a game. He scored just 5 points on 2 of 10 shooting. Only one other player averages double digits, and that's Eric Reed Jr., who averages 10.2 points and hits 46.9% from 3. Morehead State hasn't played since that 64-50 win at Southeastern Missouri on Saturday night. It was their 5th straight win. They had 4 players scoring double digits, led by senior James Baker, who was a perfect 6 for 6 from the field for 14 points. Morehead has 2 players averaging double digits in 6'10 freshman Johnny Broom, who averages 11 points, 7.1 boards, and junior guard Devon Cooper, 11 points, 5.7 boards. They scored just 64.3 points per game, but their defense is strong, and they hold opponents to just 63.7 points. Max, Southeast Missouri State at Morehead State rematch from last Saturday night. Take it away.
Yeah, listen, Jim, this is a real interesting spot because of how Morehead has played defense and how Morehead has performed at home. This has been a team that's been tough to beat, and the line makers have been a little off on getting the right number for them, especially at home. We saw them, first off, they were able to barely beat Jacksonville State at home in their last home game, and with their close win against Tennessee Tech, I worry a little, I think that this team against Southeast Missouri State, they caught Chris Harris at a bad time. When Chris Harris missed that Belmont game, came back for the Morehead State game, he only went 1 for 6 or something from 3-point range. With him shooting like that, there's no wonder that Southeast Missouri State didn't at least score 60 points. And in this game, I think that we're looking at this spot, and I'm going like, why was this line 2? And now just because they got a 14-point win on an off shooting night by SEMO, who had 19 turnovers, 6 free throw misses, and let's be frank about it, they needed more shots in the game. So you lose the turnover battle, you leave points at the free throw line. That's why this margin looks as big as it is. And now we're talking about a line that opened at 8 and now is at 7.5. I disagree with how much home court value this Morehead State team is getting. Although they've been able to win games, it's the numbers they're winning at. They're not winning as a favorite, and when they are a favorite, they're not really covering. This is a spot where SEMO is just going from a 2-point home dog to a 7.5-point road dog. I don't think it correlates. There's too much respect for the home court. SEMO has a very simple formula, Jim. Score 60 points, dominate in the first half and keep the game close and go in with the lead, and play better defense. Your field goal defense is going to be key against the Coopers, against Johnny Broom, who's giving you a lot of trouble. You don't have an answer for him, so you just have to try and minimize the damage that he does. This is going to be a battle of a team that needs to get to the free throw line in order to put up enough points to stay in games versus a team that just does a very good job of guarding on the perimeter and on the interior without fouling. So SEMO's at a definite disadvantage when it comes to the offensive glass, and they're really dependent on Chris Harris having a good game. I think that when you look at this spot, this is a spot where you have to still look at the under, Jim, even at the low 128. I will be kicking myself tomorrow if I see both these teams go off from 3 in the first half. But the bottom line is we've seen numbers continuously lined for totals for both these teams in this range, and they've kept it under. I think that there's going to be a similar occurrence happening tomorrow. I think that, or today, excuse me, I keep on saying that. I think that with SEMO, they're getting disrespected. I like them 7.5, and I got to take the under also.
Well, let's get you that 7.5 first. Comes with no juice attached, although FanDuel PointsBet do have -114, -115. Bet America and Resorts have already moved it to 7. But -110 at BetMGM, at Bet365. So let's give you that to start. SEMO plus 7.5, -110 at Bet365. Now let's go shopping here at odds.com for a total for you. Move over here. Let's go to totals and see what we can give you. And wow, all over the map here. PointsBet is up to 128. DraftKings down at 126. I bet you 128 will be your best look for heading under that number. Let's just see what. Yeah, FanDuel is at 127.5. Let's take a quick look at Circa, and they're at 127. So you want the under 128 -110 at PointsBet?
Yes, please.
Under 128 -110 at PointsBet. And Max is rolling. Little double dip here. Southeast Missouri State Redhawks plus 7.5 -110, and the under 128 at -110 at PointsBet. And that is Max's 7 o'clock action.